Hi everyone, welcome to another short and sweet mobility flow video. I appreciate all of the love and support that I've been getting on the other mobility flow videos, so I thought I would give us another little video to kind of pair with that when you've not got that much time and you still want to get your mobility and stretching into your daily practice. So let's start out on our hands and knees. And let's just actually create some movement into our spine. So inhale, let's just start to bring our chest forward. And exhale, let's tuck the tailbone and round. Inhale, let's bring our chest forward. Exhale, slowly start to articulate the spine, rounding. Just creating some light movement. Now we can create some circles in the spine. So arching the spine, coming forward, rounding the spine, reverse, go the other way. Inhale, coming forward, exhale. So really just trying to create some movement, some space in the spine, looking forward again. Exhale, tucking and rounding. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, tucking and rounding the spine. Let's begin to sit on our backs, and we're going to bring our knees into our chest as we lie all the way down. We're going to come into a twist, open up the arms as well. I'm going to be super mindful because I'm always scared of fire ants around here because I'm back home in my mom's house in the woods. So bring our knees into our chest. We're going to drop our knees over to the right, and then keeping our arms spread out to begin with. Then we're going to bring our left arm up, stretch it over, tap the opposite arm, so your right arm. Then open that left arm back up, knees into the chest, other side. Drop the knees over to the left, keeping the shoulders down. Maybe you have to hover the legs. And then bring that arm over, tap, and then bring it back over, place it back on the ground. That should feel really nice for your lower back. Knees into the chest, knees drop over to the right. Bring the left arm over and across, tap. Inhale, open back up into the chest. Arm comes down, knees into the chest, other side. Knees drop down to the left. Right arm comes up and over, taps the other hand. Open the arms up again. Reaching, what did I say? Literal fire ant on me. Into the chest. It's like I predicted it. And then bring our knees into our chest. Let's create some circles here, going one way, and circles going the other way. Let's start to reach the legs up, take the arms back behind the thighs, and roll all the way up into a high seating position. But knees back into the chest, we're going to come into a boat pose, just working on our hollow body. So into our boat pose, your knees can be bent or they can be straightened. But remember, we're just starting out practice, so we can just stay here for a moment. And we're going to move into a low boat pose. So here, working on that kind of hollowed body out movement. When we're working on our mobility, this is a really good movement to work on. So keeping the chest lifted, you can keep the spine down, shoulders lifted as well. It might be a little bit harder, maybe a little bit easier. See what works for you. Hold here. 3, 2, if you got the shakes, I'm shaking with you. 1, and then exhale, knees back into the chest. Rock from side to side. Let's take our hands back behind the thighs, reach back up, knees into the chest. Take the legs out wide, arms back behind you. And now we're gonna lift up into the hips, coming into a reverse tabletop. Again, such a lovely movement for releasing the lower back, especially if you've been sitting down all day. Drop the hips down. Scoop them back towards the hands. Inhale. Push into the feet, the heels, into the arms. Lift the hips back up, reverse tabletop. And coming back down. Been traveling a lot since I've been here, so this feels so nice on my back. Inhale, lift. You can even drop the head back if that feels okay. And come back down. And then as we lift up this time, you can either walk the hands forward, or you can rock all the way forward into your malasana. However you get there, that's us there. Hands into the chest. Let's just pause for a moment, pushing the elbows into the thighs, the inner thighs, pushing the palms together. Lift up, open up into the chest. Deep breath here. Find space within the spine, within the lungs, within the chest. And exhale, round, pushing the arms forward. Inhale, open up back into the chest, and let's create movement again. So dropping the front knee down and then coming forward, dropping the left knee down. So mobility into the hips, mobility into the feet, the ankles, the knees. Such a wonderful movement for our body. It also should feel really good on our lower back as well. So just rocking here now. If this feels uncomfortable, you can keep your hands down as well. Modify what feels good. If you're not doing the same thing as me, that is totally fine. Find the movement that works for you. And let's slowly place the fingertips down. Come back onto our tippy or the balls of our feet and our toes. And we're gonna lift up and just shake from one side and the other. I've been growing accustomed to being in Scotland because I'm not used to all the bugs and ants that would be here during an outdoor practice. So let's hold onto the elbows. Let's give our lower back some space and time to just release. And then we're going to slowly release the fingertips, tuck the chin into the chest, come all the way up, open up into the chest. Now, I'm going to do this facing forward, really good for releasing into the actual like kind of back muscles, good for your any back pain as well. Bring the right hand onto the left bicep. Now the left hand is going to grab the back of the neck just like this, and then we're going to open up into both arms, and then exhale, bring the chin down into the chest. Inhale, open up here. Exhale, bring it down. Let me show it other way as well. Inhale, open up, lift up, both elbows. Exhale, come down. Let's switch towards the other side, but let's reach both arms up first. Inhale, open up into the chest. Exhale, hands come down. And again, right arm comes up into a nice L shape. Grab the bicep with the left arm, and then take a hold of the back of the neck with your right arm. We're gonna inhale, open up into the chest, lift both elbows up. Exhale, tuck the chin and round. Inhale, opening up here. Exhale, tuck the chin and round. Inhale, opening up here. And exhale, tuck the chin and round. As we are rounded, we're releasing the arms, lifting the arms up again above the head. Push the hips forward. And now exhale, step towards the front of the mat if you aren't already. And we're going to fold forward here, wide-legged forward fold. Bend the knees, lift the chest, come forward into that malasana variation, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, fold here. Again, modifying as you need. So maybe you don't come all the way down as you exhale. Bring the hips back down. Or maybe your heels are lifted. That is okay. Folding forward here. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Again, really should feel nice for the spine. One last time. Inhale, coming up. And exhale. Let's pause. Hands back into the chest. Opening up here for a moment. Pushing the elbows into the inner thighs. Inhale, big deep breath. So now we're starting to squeeze the inner thighs towards the elbows. And then with your next exhale, I want you to reach your arms forward again, but now I want you to push your knees and heels out, but your feet are glued to the ground, so you're pushing them away, rounding into the spine, but reaching it forward again. Hold here for 3. Inhale for 2. Exhale, release. Let's place the hands down. Step back into our downward facing dog. So coming into your downward facing dog should feel really, really nice now. Let's just lift the heels up and roll the feet out. So when you roll the ankles out, you should hear lots of pops or maybe a little. Rolling the feet one way, rolling the feet other way, finding some movement in our down dog, pushing back, pressing into the hands. Maybe you shift the hips one way or the other, or you find stillness. Make this practice your own. So in our down dog, let's find stillness now as we begin to lift up into the heels. Inhale, come forward. And then we're going to just drop the hips down, keep the feet wide, open up into the chest. Really nice strong arms warming up into the shoulders. Push into your palms and all the way back, downward facing dog again. Inhale here, bringing the hips forward, opening up into the chest. And now exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's reach the right arm up, twist towards the left leg. Now maybe the hand doesn't come all the way. You can bring it halfway on the mat, all the way. Or if you can reach for the foot or the shin, we're twisting here, looking underneath the left arm. Nice strong shoulder here on your left arm. Inhale, exhale, come down, place the hand back down. Inhale, come forward, drop the hips down. Open up into the chest. Exhale, push back. Downward dog. Left arm reaches up. Bring it underneath. Find that twist. Mosquito on my arm. Look underneath the shoulder. Find your variation. So hugging that right hip in. And then exhale, slowly come back. Push the hips forward and drop the hips down. Open up into the chest. And then exhale, let's bring the knees all the way down onto the mat, taking a nice side stretch in our child's pose. Left arm comes over, right hand comes on top, stretching over towards the left side. Inhale here. Exhale. Over towards the other side, stretching the lateral side of your body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back into center. And slowly coming back into your tabletop position. In your tabletop position, let's tuck the toes under. And we're going to come into a nice little floating child's pose or floating tabletop. Hold here. Again, we're kind of bringing the belly button in, pushing into the palms. Big deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, one more breath. And then exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Lift up into the right leg, open up into the right knee. So bending the knee, opening up into the hip. And let's just create some circles here. Circle going one way, circle going other way. Inhale, reach that right leg up and step it all the way forward in between your hands. Inhale, let's reach the arms up, arching into the spine. Now you can stay here. You can interlace the hands behind your back, or alternatively, we can bend this back knee and come into a nice little quad stretch, whatever feels better for you. So if you feel any knee pain in your quad stretch, we want to skip this and take a different variation. Keep your body safe. We can always work towards something without causing harm. Inhale, open up in the chest, bring the elbows back. And exhale, gently begin to release. Start to shift the hips back as you take this foot up and fold over the right leg. Inhale here. Exhale. One more breath, inhale. And then slowly come back up. Let's bring the hands on the inside, walk this foot out nice and wide, and lift up for a lizard pose. So lifting the back knee up, but if it feels more comfortable, you can keep that back knee down. Inhale, let's open up into the chest. Exhale, sit back as much as feels okay, and if it feels okay, you can lift up that front heel as well. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, shifting back. Inhale, coming forward, open the chest, sit the hips low. Exhale, come back. Inhale, let's move towards the inside of our mat, coming onto the wide side. And now sit down low into Scandasana, right side. Again, find the variation that works for you. So you could be sitting up a little bit higher, and your heel can be lifted as well. Find the variation. We're just going to move within our range of movement, and we're going to move towards the other side. So inhale here, and then exhale, move. Inhale here, exhale, move. Last one, inhale here, and then exhale, move towards the front again. Framing that front foot, spin the back heel down, open up into the arms. Let's come into warrior two. Bend into the front knee, lift the top chest, so lifting the chest up, and take your gaze towards the middle finger. In our warrior two, let's find some knee mobility here, so create some circles. In our warrior two, going one way, and then reverse, go the other way. Find your breath. Slow, deep inhales match with your exhales. Ujjayi breath, if that's in your practice. Let's bring our hands back down, place and frame that foot, lift that leg up, open up, and then exhale, bring the foot back down. Inhale, let's slowly move into our down dog, upward dog, push back into the plank, and then come all the way down. So opening up into, let's do it on this side. Opening up into the left arm. We're gonna open the arm up just like this, other side. And then we're gonna roll over and step this foot over and across, back and behind us. I just wanna be mindful because I've got a few little buggies all around me. So yes, step that foot back, coming into a twisted scorpion pose. Should feel really, really nice on your spine. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, down. Other side. Inhale, coming back up. Now this arm can be open again, so we get a nice mobility into the shoulder too. Finding where the head kind of rests naturally. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come back into center. Open up into the chest for a high seal pose. Come back down, cobra. Lifting all the way up, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg, bend the knee, open up into the hip. Let's find some circles here, going one way. Circles going the other way. Stretch that leg up, step it forward in between. We're finding that low lunge again. Either low lunge, hands onto the waist, low lunge, arms up above, opening up, or interlacing the fingers. I really want you to feel what feels nice for you. So when you do this practice, maybe you do it more than once, you can have variation as well. And if it feels okay, we're taking that quad stretch with the back foot, grabbing a hold of the leg, if it feels okay for our knee, of course. We continue to open the chest, bring the shoulder, the elbows back, shoulders down. Feel that stretch into the front of our hip as we stretch the quad as well. Inhale, exhale. One more breath, inhale. Ooh, getting a nice breeze. Exhale. Let's plant the fingertips down. It's like over 30 something degrees here. 90s, 80s, I forget Celsius and Fahrenheit. Let's move into our half splits. And let's start to inhale, open the chest, bring the hands onto the waist, or if you would like, you can bring your fingertips down, either way. So really just stretching the quads and stretching the calf muscles, and the hamstrings. Inhale, exhale. Move forward again, planting the hands on the inside of the foot this time, coming into our lizard lunge, tucking the back toes, and now we're gonna either keep the knee down or lift up the back knee. Inhale here, open the chest. Exhale, let's pause for a moment before we find our movements. And now with our next exhale, we push back and fold forward. Should feel really nice. Find your variation as well. You don't have to go super far back or lift the ball of the foot up on the heel. Inhale, come forward, or you can move onto your fingertips. Exhale, push back, folding forward. Elongate the spine as you do this movement. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. And now as we inhale and come forward, we're going to open up into the inside Scandasana pose. And we're going to, again, find our variation and find our movement. Inhale, lift, and exhale, come towards the other side. So fingertips can be on the ground or lifted. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend, open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Whatever shape you're making is good, keeping your body safe. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come back towards the center, front of the mat. Take the hands down, lift up into your three-legged down dog. And exhale, come back down. Keep the feet wide as we come forward, roll the spine, plank, drop the hips, open the chest, and then push really nice and strong into your plank and drop down onto the ground. We're gonna do that same movement, opening up into the arms. Let's start with the other side first. Right arm opens up, rolling over, stepping that foot back, twisted scorpion. If it feels okay, you can interlace these hands back behind you as well. Inhale here, exhale, hold. Inhale, and exhale, release. Other side. Hands come down, open up into the arm, lifting up here, step it over and across. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, slowly begin to release, come down, open up into the chest, and then push into the knees. Sit back, downward facing dog. Pausing here for 1, 2, release the head, shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And again. And slowly, slowly, let's begin to drop the knees and hover above the ground as we push into a floating child's pose. So really engaging into the core, so drawing the belly button in, hovering the knees above, and then slowly starting to push forward. Drop the knees down and sit all the way back onto the feet. Let's come into a nice toe stretch. So sitting back onto the legs and taking the hands onto the waist. We're just going to drop the chin down. So while our toes are stretching, kind of building mobility in the heels as well as we do this. We're just going to work on the neck. So bring the chin down, bring it over to the right, drop the ear down, tilt back, bring the chin over to the shoulder, drop the ear down to the shoulder, chin comes back in, all the way around, and back into center, other side, chin drops down, over to the left, drop the ear down, tilt the head back, over to the other side, and all the way back into the center. From here, moving back into your floating child's pose, sitting back, and as we move forward, we're going to bring our right leg out and step it wide into that lizard lunge again. Inhale, open up into the chest, and we're going to lift back up, move onto the outside. So I'm going to switch legs, switch sides so you guys can see me. So on side. So we're going to open up into this hip, come back into Scandasana, and then we're going to sit the hip down. So take your time, use your hands on the ground as much as feels okay. And then we're going to do this again. Lift back up. Again, fingertips can be on the ground. Coming forward, looking forward, and then stepping back. That right foot, floating child's pose. Inhale, left foot should forward. Now you'll see it from the back way. Opening up here, sitting down onto the hips, and then we're going to lift back up, Hands come down, and we're gonna step back into that floating child's pose. So inhale, again, right foot comes forward, open up into the chest, sit back, Scandasana. Now we're gonna sit all the way down. Make sure you're okay with your knee as we do this. As we do this, left hand comes onto the right foot, open up into the right arm, and then with your exhale, stretch up and over. Now, maybe it feels okay to just pause here. Maybe the hand doesn't come all the way down. You can bring it onto the inside, elbow onto the inside, or elbow onto the inside here. Feels really nice if you bring the shoulder up, opens more into the chest. So do what feels right for you. And actually, don't reach and grab the foot if you can. Let's keep the arm away from the foot so we can focus on stretching into the side body. Inhale here, push the knee out and away from you. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly come back up. Now we're gonna lift back up, frame the front foot, step back, floating child's pose. Power forward, left foot comes forward. Then we're gonna turn, Scandasana first, then we sit down. Left arm comes onto the right arm comes onto the left leg. If that's possible, find your variation. And we're stretching, inhale up, and exhale, stretch it over. So we're gonna release the kind of reach for that foot. And I want you to hover, because I want you to spin that shoulder open towards the sky, the ceiling, and focus on stretching up and over rather than down to reach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we're lifting back up, releasing. Exhale, coming forward, stepping back into your floating child's pose. We're gonna do that again. Stepping the right foot forward. Lots of lizard lunge for the hips today. So spinning open, back into the lizard lunge, dropping the hips down, and we're going to release both feet down into a nice little wide-legged stretch or a straddle. Inhale here. Now, if you find your spine doing this and you're at home, you can put pillows underneath your bum to kind of like lift your hips up and tilt your pelvis forward. If not, then we can bring our hands back behind our hips like this so that we're not doing this. So protect your lower spine. Either way, find your movement. Hands can be forward as well. Flex into the feet. We're gonna lean back and bring it forward. Inhale, come up, over, other side. Bring it over. Inhale, up and over. Wow, try to go slow, not like as fast as I just did. Inhale, up, together. Inhale, lift and over. Inhale, up, together. Inhale, lift and over. And now slowly, we bend the right leg again. We're gonna practice that lift, coming back forward, framing the front foot, and then stepping back into our floating child's pose. Inhale, power forward, left leg comes first. We're gonna sit the hips all the way down. Let me switch. All the way down into that seated position. And then we're gonna open up both our legs this time, coming into the middle of the mat. Again, find your variation. We lift, come together, and then we're going to plant our hands back behind us this time and lift the hips up. So instead of just lifting back, you can bend the knees as well. Come back into center. Lift this leg back, open. Go a bit slower than I did. My hips not trying to rush me through this. Come back, hands back behind you. Lift up for reverse plank. And exhale, come back down. Hands together, lift up, open up the straddle. And then let's do it one more time each way. Lifting up, flex the feet, hands together, feet together. Then step back, reverse plank. Exhale, come down. Lots of work on the hips. Opening up here. Have that other leg follow you. Here it comes. And then place the hands back behind you. Lift up, reverse plank. Exhale, come down. And back into the center. Left leg steps. So we're bending the knee, opening up here, and lifting up. My hips are feeling a little bit fragile, so hands on the floor for me. And step that left leg back. Bend the knees, floating child's pose. And let's just take a vinyasa, or you can skip and stay in your down dog. Come into a plank. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, where the thighs are on the ground. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, deep breath here. Exhale. Let's take the feet and the knees down. Pause for a moment. So taking the knees down, coming forward, and we're going to lay all the way down onto our belly. And we're going to take a reverse 4 movement. So, but like we're a reversed figure 4 movement. There we go. So we bend the right knee. Left leg is going to come in the middle. And then we're going to lift up that leg and spin it onto the outside. So kind of like we did in our scorpion pose as well. Opening up into the arms or keeping them bent into an L shape if that feels better. For me, the L shape feels better today, but other days I might change it. So inhale here, exhale, come back in the center. And then again, find your variation. We're bending the left leg, and then the right ankle comes into the middle, and we're spinning them over. So again, you can make a nice L shape with your arms, or you can open them out and extend them. Inhale, exhale. Should feel really nice for your lower back. Inhale, one more breath, and exhale, come back in the center. Let's place the hands down and lift all the way up. Sit back into a nice child's pose. Just allowing ourselves to round out the spine to counterbalance. Last little hip movement before we start to move into our breath work is coming into a 90-90 stretch. I'm full of grass. So 90 degrees forward if you don't know the 90 stretch. 90 degrees, so hip to knee, knee to ankle. Make sure they're in line. Same for the front as well, 90 degrees here, there. And we're gonna just start with a little bit of rocking. I want us to just move and create some space. 90-90 stretch is so good, especially if you're a beginner to mobility. I would say this next movement is something we should work on. Remember we said hollow body, now this one as well. We're gonna do our 90-90 reach. So maybe our reach is here, or maybe our reach is up here. And what we wanna focus on is keeping this knee down and heel down as well back here. So keeping the hips down, keeping the shoulders forward. You can even spin. If you can't go that much forward, spin and turn towards this knee. So you can feel that stretch really happening. Lots of variations here. Or if you can go a little bit further, I'm gonna use my book as my little reach. And I'm gonna bring my arms all the way forward. And we're gonna hold here for 4 deep breaths. Now I'd usually maybe even place my elbows on the ground or arms. I am just a little bit wary about the ants. It rained a lot yesterday. There was a proper big storm, so it disrupts all the bugs and stuff around here. So I understand why they're running around today. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, slowly begin to come back up. That should have felt really nice. And let's again create some circles here, one way, here the other way. Now, let's rock towards the other side. So hands can be behind the back if we start to round. Hands can be forward if you've done this before and you know you can keep your spine straight. We're here, straight into our 90-90 stretch the other way. And again, adjust the movement so it is aligned. Coming forward, and we're just gonna rock. So little rock here, little rock there. Feel that in the kind of side hip as well. And then we're gonna start to move forward. Oh, a roly-poly. Oh my God, that's so cute. And start to come over, and again, find your variation. You can again turn towards that knee if that feels a bit better, and you can stay up, but you're still getting that deep stretch. If you wanna kind of straight arms forward, we're reaching the arms all the way up and coming forward. I used to be obsessed with roly-poly bugs when I was younger. Now I've got one like literally looking me in the face. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you can go a bit deeper if you feel like you've gone too far. Come out of it. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come back up. Hands behind you. Rock from the back and forward because I want to put us in a straddle pose again. In our straddle pose, ping our fingertips down, softly flex into the legs, not too much. And we're just going to inhale, bring the chest forward. We're going to do like cat-cows while we're here. And then exhale, tuck the chin in. Inhale, bring the chest forward. And exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, tuck and round. And slowly let's create some circles again. And forward. Let's release. Start to come onto your hands and knees. And walking the feet back. And bringing the chest forward, just coming into puppy pose. Opening the hips. So if the chest and the chin don't drop down, that's okay. I'm going to lift up while I'm talking so the mic doesn't get squished. But yeah, that's totally okay. We're going to keep our knees and our hips aligned. And we can drop our chest down, however feels okay. Inhale, slowly begin to come back up. And let's move into our breathing part of this practice. So with our breath work and my mobility classes, I always do the same breath work. It's the one I find most beneficial and pairs the best with our mobility class. It's essentially overloading the body with oxygen. And we do this by slowly inhaling in through the nose and then open mouth, short and sharp exhale. And it goes a little something like this. Now, feel free to skip this practice and go to your Savasana. Especially if you're feeling any anxiety or anything like that, you can do Nadi Shodhana or any other breathing alternative where we inhale for 4, exhale for 5 kind of thing. I really just encourage breath work in every single practice. I think it's so beneficial for a well-rounded practice. So find what works for you. And if you're here, we're sitting up into our cross-leg position, slowly inhaling in for a clearing breath. Exhale, let it out. And again, nice slow deep inhale in through the nose. Short and sharp out through the mouth. Again, inhale. Short and sharp. Keep that going. Make sure your inhales are a lot longer than your exhales. 3 more. Last one. Inhale all the way to the top now. Open your mouth, exhale to the very bottom, and hold for as long as feels comfortable for you. Holding here. And whenever your body says to breathe, I want you to breathe. And then we can all just start to move into our Savasana. So lying down in your Shavasana, make sure your feet are hips distance and arms slightly open, more open than shoulders width. And allow yourself to just soften. Feel the space that you have created in your body. And just notice if there's any parts during this practice that you are completely focused on your body. We begin to notice as we practice that we step more out of the thinking mind and more into the present moment through focusing on our body and our breath and our movements and intertwining these two together. So take pleasure in the fact and pride in the fact that you have gifted yourself with space in the mind, space in the body. And if no one has told you today, I am really proud of you for making it on your mat and looking after yourself. It's so important. Bring kindness and gratitude into the mind and let that love and light shine through your body. Whenever you're ready, we can start to move the body. Wiggling the toes and the fingers, stretching up overhead, and rolling over onto your right side, using your right arm as a pillow. And start to roll all the way up into a comfortable seated position. I want to thank you guys so much for practicing with me today, and all the love and support, the comments, the likes, the new subscribers that are here. I genuinely am so humbled and grateful for being able to share this with you all and being able to be here today. So if you want to continue to support, show a little bit of love. And thank you so much. Namaste, everyone. Remember to think kind thoughts to yourself and show love to others. Thank you. Namaste. Have a lovely day. Love you. Bye.